Hi everyone, my name's Liz and I'm your guest host for July on the Five Awesome Potties channel. I am from England and I live in London, and I've been here for about 4 years, although I'm originally from just north of London. I have also, you may recognise me from my Zilly Lily 20 channel on YouTube. Obviously I have POTS. I also have Ehlers-Danlos syndrome type 3, costochondritis, gastroparesis, both of those as a result of Ehlers-Danlos syndrome. I have asthma and I have IBS. So, I will start, as everyone else has, with my 5 fun facts. So, number 1. I'm actually trained as a qualified first aider, and specifically for work, but I can also use it outside of work. And it's a really good thing to have because I feel quite confident and also quite helpful. I have used it a few times when I've been out and someone has either fallen over or collapsed or things like that. But they teach you everything on the first aid course, and it's something I've always been interested in. I've always loved, hospital programs, doctors' things. And when I was about 13 or 14, I wanted to be a doctor, but I'm not clever enough. So I can, resuscitate someone if I have to, that kind of thing, and I'm not at all squeamish. So that comes in quite handy when I spend quite a lot of time in doctors and hospitals and having lots of needles put into me. So that's fact number 1. Fact number 2. I am a musician and a composer. My degree at university was in composition. So although a lot of people on my course went off to do kind of vaguely music-y type things, I've actually pursued it as a career. Although I am not a full-time composer, I do compose a lot, mainly as a hobby, but I have got 1 or 2 pieces commissioned, just kind of low-budget things. But my dream is to be a full-time composer, although it's very hard, because trying to break into the industry is difficult, but I'm going to work at it. I write kind of a mixture of classical and kind of easily listening type music. I'm a pianist, and I also do a bit of singing, and I can play the guitar, so I try and incorporate those when I write. So I write all my stuff and sing all my own stuff as well, although I do write things for orchestras and chamber kind of orchestras and choirs and things like that. Fun fact number 3. I am half Welsh and half English. My dad is half Welsh, and I didn't learn Welsh when I was younger because my dad moved to England when he was younger to study. So, but my dad actually couldn't speak English till he was 5, because in Wales it's actually, now it's not so common, but back when my dad was younger, they didn't learn English and didn't really see anyone who is English until they went to kind of secondary school. But in the last few years I've been learning Welsh because a lot of my family, all my dad's side of the family are from North Wales, and it's more traditional there to speak Welsh to everyone. And I was at a family party, and there were loads of little kids there, and because they were younger than 5, in Wales you don't learn English till you go to school. So I had loads of little kids running up to me who were like shouting and screaming in Welsh, and I had not got a clue what they were saying. So I decided to learn Welsh. So I shall give you a little bit of Welsh, with the translation will probably be underneath on the screen, so that you know. And it's a very strange sounding language because it's kind of a bit of a mixture of things, and some words you'll hear in the French language and some you'll hear in German or Italian, and but it originates, I think, from Gaelic, because it's quite similar to a mixture of Scottish, which is, there is an actual Scottish language. But anyway, so here we go. Croeso yn y fi gwestai yn ddangosiad am y Five St Potsy's channel. So hopefully you got that. Yes, Welsh sounds very strange. There's a lot of kind of funny sounds that you have to make with your throat, which I've luckily been able to do since I was little, because I have been taught the odd word. So although I was never fluent when I was younger, there were some words that I only ever said in Welsh because I didn't know what the English was. So yeah, so that's quite a fun fact. What else? Oh, I'm a bit of a geek, really. I love things like computers and not a train spotter, but I love things like the London Underground is like such a good like network and history, and like just it's so fascinating. And there's a London Transport Museum in London, and I absolutely love it. I love finding out about facts about it, and I actually have probably show you here. This is one of many books, London's Disused Underground Stations. I absolutely love finding out about that. You can actually go on a tour of the London Underground to a disused station, but I can't do that because, well, not at the moment, because it involves loads of stairs and really hot underground, and that would not be very good for Potts, really. And I can't really do stairs at the moment because of various joint problems. So yeah, so trains and computers. I absolutely love computer kind of like when I was younger, when we used to get our computer fixed, which was quite a lot because we had a really old computer. I used to watch everything that the technician did, and since then I've kind of been the computer fixer person that everyone kind of knows. And so I actually built the computer I've got now. I put in most of the stuff, the hard drive, the sound card, all that kind of stuff. And I love technology, so I'm afraid I'm a kind of a closet geek. Why now? Oh, that was number 4, sorry. Fun fact number 5. I love to travel. Obviously not as much at the moment because of the Potts kind of holding me back. But my favourite place that I've ever been is Australia. I went there the year that after I finished university as a kind of chill out part to kind of escape finding a job. So I went there for a month and just did the East Coast with a tour group, and that was amazing. It's just like everything I've ever dreamed of doing, because I got to dive in the Great Barrier Reef, and I used to do a lot of scuba diving. I guess that's an extra fact, when I was younger, and so I got to do some kind of snorkeling and stuff and diving, and my cat's coming to say hello. This is Dilly. She's a Siamese cat, and she's very annoying sometimes. She's very lovely though to have around. She's actually my housemate's cat. I should tell you a bit more about how I got Potts. I've had it for about 10 years. I've only been diagnosed for nearly 2 years now. I had Ehlers-Danlos syndrome since I was born, which I never knew existed until I got diagnosed with Potts. And that is the cause of my Potts, basically. I then got mumps in 2005, and that is supposed to be what has triggered off my worst symptoms of the Potts that have gradually grown over the last few years. And after kind of seeking out millions of different opinions from doctors, and the same story that everyone seems to have been through, that the doctors wouldn't believe me, and then they said that it could be my heart, and then they tested my heart and they said there was nothing wrong. So eventually I found the specialist in the UK that was nearest to me in London, who turns out to be, one of the best doctors for Potts in the UK, and a lot of other people see him that I know now. He diagnosed me after doing some autonomic testing, and that's how I got diagnosed, and I am on medication for that now, as well as my other conditions, but the main one I'm on for POTS is Midodrine, which seems to be doing quite well so far. So I think that's it for now. It's been really great to speak to you, and I really wanted to say also good luck to Leah. It would be a shame not to see you on the 5 Awesome Potsies channel for a while, but good luck with your studies, and yeah, and stay watching, and I love the 5 Awesome Potsies channel. You girls are really making a difference, and I look forward to your videos all the time, so you know, keep up the good work, and thanks everyone for watching.